happen to good people. None of us were ever really born equal. Only one life, there ain't no sequel. Some people live, others stay fearful. This world ain't never been peaceful. You got good, always butting heads against evil. The good try to be fair, but the bad lethal. They gon' fight dirty, every single one deceitful. Stand up, I wanna see your face. Get your chin up like you belong in this place. We gon' train like you've never trained before. You're going up against something that you can't ignore. This ain't a game, this your life that we're playing with. There ain't no reset button or an off switch. You gotta face your fears, you gotta scratch the itch. You gotta break through the walls and get after it. Only time will tell who's gonna make it. I promise you, I'ma be the one who's gonna take it. I fight, I provide, leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying. Cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side or by yourself. I got this, there ain't no going back. Leave it all on the battlefield, push the attack. You can't stop me, I'm obsessive. A lot of people think that I come off aggressive, but I'm just passionate. Why aren't you? Ain't nobody care if you got nothing to lose. You gotta put yourself on the line, make moves. Otherwise you'll be a sheep with the lions watching you. Only time will tell who's gonna make it. I promise you, I'ma be the one who's gonna take it. I fight, I provide, leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying. Cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side or by yourself. Today is the day, don't waste any time. Know it's time to make a change. Up in your mind, rearrange. Start thinking you're the hero headed out on your way. There's gonna be good times and bad times. That's alright, just stay on the line. Cause in life we all got a different mission, but the good guy always wins, that's a given. If you stay committed, you stay driven, you'll be looking down the barrel of completing your mission. Ignition, light the flame, get the fire and you listen. Take these words deep, cause this is real, ain't no fiction. You don't need drugs, help, any prescription. Just persistence and energy can win any competition. So keep fighting, facing any opposition, and be the hero in a story you yourself have written. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side by yourself.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Hot Takes and Headlocks with my boy Spanish 85, my boy Joe. Listen, man, appreciate you coming. Well, appreciate you inviting me to do this with you, dude. It's been a long time, you know. How you been, man?
I've been doing good. It's been a while. Definitely since we last saw each other. We've crossed paths on streams. Happy to have you, man. I'm excited for this. This is a real special one for me. I think in one way, in like a weird way, this has been a long time coming. For those who don't know, I came on board the Hardcore Sports Network just very recently, but AK, Mitch, you guys have been doing this for a while, and I started dabbling here and there as a as an audience member because you guys brought my buddy Jeff onto this, and he took to it like fish on water, and he and I talked about doing this together, but unfortunately that wasn't able to happen. Um, Today is his 2-year anniversary since his passing, so today's a little bit of a special day for us. What's going on, halftime? Thank you for joining in. Uh, today today is his 2-year anniversary, so it's interesting that you and I are working this show on his 2-year anniversary, considering that the last time I saw you in person was at his memorial. So it's a little bit of a serendipity feeling to it, if you really think about it. Things happen for a reason. The way the way events just coincide with one another, the way everything just snowballs, and look, here we are, man. Here we are, and
Yeah.
all of us had a very special connection with Jeff. We were touched by his presence, his aura. He's tuning in right now as we speak. I always have this shirt right behind me right here. It's just as a way of keeping him present with all these lives. Just because, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. And I promise everybody, I promise, we're not the energy is not going to be so solemn. It's not going to be so sad. We're not sad. We're just remembering, and we want to be able to, whenever possible, talk about him in the best light possible.
Yeah. No, man. Listen, it was an honor and a privilege meeting you. 2 years ago, even though it was under the most shittiest terms possible. You know, um, it's hard for me because there is a lot of people on here who can claim to know Jeff, but don't actually know him the way certain one of us do. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
I never met the man in real life, but I'll tell you what, he was my best friend. We got on here and we did backstage, conversations, not recorded. You can just hang out backstage in StreamYard. We would do that every day. And we just talk sports, we talk life, we talk anything we want. You know,
Yeah,
um,
for sure.
he was not only one of the best YouTubers on YouTube. He was entertaining. He never wore a cap. He was a Giant fan at heart for sure. But he also knew all 32 teams. You could talk to him about anything when it came to football. You know what I'm talking about. He was a fucking whiz kid, man. And a lot of people don't know this, but he was the reason that I opened up as a YouTuber, but I was also the reason he became a YouTuber. You know, um, he was definitely around. He had his own channel. He never put anything out. But I remember going into the Big Blue Crew with Lou and them, and Joel and Adam, and man, I'll tell you what. One day, this dude just hopped on, and the energy that kid brought, man, it really changed the liveliness of the room, the conversation, and there was something about him. There's just something about him. You wanted to be closer. You wanted to be friends with him, and I was one of the very lucky few that got to do that. And not only did my life change that day that we talk about, when we met, not only because of him and what we were all brought for together, but I feel a lot of this and me getting through a lot of what I've done in the last 2 years has to do with him. And I know that he'd want me to go and keep going, you know, and that's really why I'm here. And it is ironic, you've said it. This is that day. I didn't even put that together when we did this, and when this day fell on. Like, it is so weird because even me and Mitch talked about it, this past week. We talked about this that day. I remember talking to you, about joining hardcore sports and continuing his legacy, you know. And I know you said that you were a wrestling fan and that's what you would want to do. I didn't know if I'd ever see you, honestly. I really didn't. I just enjoyed the thought that somebody around him, close to him, still cared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, this is just super surreal, man. Because you know what I'm talking about. This is something we talked about. This is something. So it for all just to come around full circle and be on this day on. It's just weird, man. Sorry, I just. Oh,
No, man. Uh, it's all good. He was the type of person like he was he Jeff was the gasoline. Jeff was the gasoline in the sense that if you had a spark, if you had an ember, a passion for something, whether it be sports or wrestling, you get in a room with him and that ember, that spark, that gasoline that he is, it
yeah,
just turns into something massive, huge. And that's what he was. That's what he brought out in people. That's one of the best ways that I can describe him to anybody that didn't know him. I was looking through my phone today. I was trying to find like when was the last time he and I took a picture together. And I was shocked to find out. I mean, I don't know how accurate this is or not, because when you go from phone to phone, not
yeah.
everything transfers over. But if this is accurate, the last picture he and I took together was at a Monday Night Raw that we went to in 2015, March 2nd, 2015.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
We went to a Monday Night Raw. It was on the road to WrestleMania,
That is so cool, man.
which I'm sure there were photos that we took together after that, but the fact that the first one I can find was going back to March 2nd, 2015. We went to Izod Center when that was still around. This was one of those Monday Night Raws where Seth Rollins still I think he still had the Money in the Bank briefcase, and and he had this feud going on with what's that guy's name? He does the Daily Show. Jon Stewart. This is
John
when
Stewart.
the whole Jon Stewart Seth Rollins thing was going on. So long time. But yeah, that was the last picture I think that we took together. And you don't think about that kind of stuff. Like you don't realize that photo that you guys took is the last one you guys are going to be taking. Period. So it's sorry again for everybody about the energy. I promise it's
No,
going to get better.
it's.
But yeah, it's just crazy
Listen,
the way
man.
you look back on things, and that's what you find out in
I
hindsight.
remember he texted me one day. He's like, "AK, I need you to meet me in StreamYard." I said, "All right, bud. I'll be right there." And I hopped in. I don't know. I forget who was involved. It might have just been me and him. I forget. But I remember he looked at me, and I believe he was at like 500 subs or something like this at this time. And he said, AK, he's like, "I'm just telling you, man." He's like, I just don't know if I want to continue doing it. I said, "Doing what?" He said, "Streaming." I said, "Why?" He's like, "Because I don't think I have it. I don't think that I have what it takes to do what I want to do." He's like, "And I don't want to let myself down." And plus, I don't want to let the people who watch me down. And I remember I stopped and I said, Jeff, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I said, all I can tell you is I watched a human being go from having no content on his channel to having one of the biggest followings I've ever seen in such a short period of time. You know, I said, just keep going, grind, keep working. I said, no matter what happens, man, it'll happen when it's supposed to. I think it was 5 months later, man. That kid crushed so much shit it wasn't even funny. You know what I mean? Like he had everything covered, from giant content to wrestling content to UFC content. You could not stop him. You know, he was, I swear to God, he'd be on drugs if he wasn't. You know what I mean? Like he was popping content out left and right. He was doing everything, man. And it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen doing this. You know what I mean? And we lost a good one, man. We did. And I want people to realize that it is not easy to wow me. It is not easy to make me impressed. But man, oh man, I'll tell you, fucking had everything, man. He had more than what I wish I had. You know, if I had what he had, Jesus,
He
he
had
he
he
was
had
just
so
amazing, man. He
he
was amazing.
had and did so much with so little. And
Yeah,
what I mean by that is, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of motivational podcasts, and the most common thing that I hear from content creators is, if you're interested in doing this, what all you need is two things. You just need a phone and consistency. That's it. That's all you need. And man, when I tell you, he when I say that he didn't have much, I mean exactly that. He did everything from his iPhone.
yeah,
That's it. That's all he
yeah,
had. He had an iPhone and a laptop. Everything else was coming from him. His
yeah.
charisma, his personality.
It
That's all
was,
it
man.
is. And then all you got to do is just start. And and that epitomized that sums up what Jeff did. He had those two things. He had himself, he had the consistency, and he started. And then everything else after that is exactly what you said, AK. This monster of a momentum, subs, content, all of that stuff.
You know, it's really hard, man, because
And see, halftime turned
like
in.
I said, I hate making it about me, but it is, it's really hard because the day that I lost my best friend and we were down there together is the day that I also lost a very big part of myself. You know, and in a way, I give Jeff a lot of that. You know, I really honestly feel, because of the circumstances and the things that we were doing that day and everything that happened, the only reason I'm sitting here today is because Jeff made sure I made it through what I went through. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
And I owe him a lot to that. You know, but I will say this: I told you backstage, man. There was a lot of me that's gone, a lot. You know, um, it's not only him; it's me and everything. So we're gonna see how it goes, but it's how you take me, it's how you perceive me is what it's going to be. You know, but it's not the same AK as before. It will never be. But we're gonna see how it goes, man. I'm just, like I said, dude. I'm just blown away that this just all came the way it did. I honestly didn't know about it until today, because in all honesty, even though I like to remember this day, I really like to forget it too. You know what I mean?
Jeff had this talent of bringing people together, and even till this day, we're coming together. We're talking about him. I think one of the best ways to preserve his memory, make it as strong as possible, especially with how you guys interacted with him. Whether it be you, AK, Mitch, or halftime, any help that he gave you guys, you know, what my suggestion is, just pay it forward to the next guy,
Of
the next
course.
the next guy who that you guys encounter wanting to get in on the whole streaming, the podcasting, whatever you guys learned or took from Jeff, just pay it forward and pass along that message to them. That's
Well,
that
and
that's
listen, man, and you've been here long enough. You've seen it. That is literally what this whole network is about, man. It's about family. It's about friendship. It's about knowing one another. It's about, listen, Mitch has been with me since the day I started. He was one of the first ones there to ever lend a hand out to me. You know what I mean? Halftime, he's been there forever, man. I can't think of a time that halftime hasn't been there. I built this off of my friends. I've built this off of people who are my family. So some of these guys that we talk about, like Mitch and halftime, dude. There's sometimes I've spent more time with them than I did my own kids and my wife. You know what I mean? Like, this is a dedication. This takes time. This takes everything, man. And
yeah.
sometimes it takes time out of your private life to do it. And you know that's what this is, man. It's a family, and my door is always open to any content creator, whoever wants to start or whoever has already started and wants to get more. You know, they, Jeff understood we all wanted the same goal. We all want to be monetized. We all want the same thing. And there's no reason for one of us or two of us to have it when we can all have it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's what this was really based upon. It's everyone in this network that's trying to get monetized or is already monetized and wants to get bigger and just working together to get to their ultimate goal. So, but hey, man, I love this. I'm glad I'm here. It's been a long time since I've streamed. So, what do we got?
Well, we just had this past Saturday, we just had our Saturday night's main event. So we had 5 matches. We thought it was going to be 4, and they added one more at the last second, at the buzzer. The night before, they added the women's match. Um, right to it. I want to talk about the end, man, because we had that tag match. No, I'm sorry, not the tag. The tag match wasn't the end. I'm sorry, but I want to start talking about the tag match with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker versus CM Punk, and Sami Zayn, because now we have our newest member to this faction that Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman have started, and the new member is none other than Bronson Reed, big Bronson Reed. So, what are your takeaways from that, man? What do you think? You think he makes sense to fit that faction? Should it have been someone else? Walk me through what you think.
Do we have a new evolution? No, like, no lie, man. Think about it. I mean, you could have Paul Heyman as Ric Flair. You know, you could have Seth Rollins as Triple H. You could have Braun Breaker as, Shawn Michaels, and you can have help me out here. Who was the last dude?
Batista,
No, 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 no. The one just now. Oh crap. The one that just came
Bronson,
back. Bronson
Bronson
Reed.
Reed, Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed's either Randy Orton or Batista.
Mm.
He's the new guy to the group. You know, um, it's really hard to say, but I love it. You know, for anyone who knows me, I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan, man. he is definitely top of the line when it comes to WWE for me. Not only does he play good really well, but man, he plays really good at heel too. You know, I don't think I've ever really seen anyone play heel to where people cheer like they do for him. You know, and also his wife, dude, Becky Lynch. Shout out to her, man. She plays heel really well too. You know,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm really interested to see where they go with this. I love it. I really do because you could really have um Braun Breaker winning the heavyweight title situation where in like Randy Orton, where he wins it and Seth turns his back on him, and then eventually they have their match. There's so many ways you could take it, man. I love it. I was a little shocked, by the Bronson Reed thing. I won't lie. Kind of looked like Paul Heyman was too a little bit, but yeah, man. No, I'm really interested to see how they twist this.
So I'm interested in it as well. It really raised my eyebrows. Um, One thing I want you to know about me is when it comes to superstars, pro wrestlers, everybody is great, no doubt about it. They're doing things that I could never do, but the ones that I relate to the most are the big men. Now,
Yes.
I don't mean the big men that are tall. I'm not talking about your Kevin Nashes or your Omases. The ones that speak truly to me are like the big men, like like wide guys, right? So you got your Bronson Reed, you got your Kevin Owens, especially when he first debuted, right? These guys that don't necessarily fit the quote unquote mold of what a pro wrestler should look like. But man, the things that these guys can do in the ring, man, is just amazing. And it speaks volumes to me just because I I am I'm not the most well fit guy, man. Like I'm a big dude. You can't see it because we're on camera and stuff, guys. But I'm a big dude, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is I can sort of live vicariously through them because it's like, wow, man, like if they could do it,
It's men's
maybe I could do it
90210,
too.
man. It's
Right?
men's
Yeah.
90210.
Exactly.
It's our drama as men, dude. Women get
Yeah.
90210 and all that crap. We get WWE, man. Like,
Jeffrey, yeah, larger than life characters, exactly.
yeah.
Um, when I see Kevin Owens doing swanton bombs, or when I see uh, Bronson Reed doing these tsunamis off the top rope, like I love that stuff, man.
You
Especially when it's
know,
those guys doing it, it's great.
let's go there real quick because you started something. Now I gotta say it, man. Fucking, is it not criminal that Braun Strowman did not become a fucking champion? Like, dude, talk about a guy who has athleticism, strength, endurance. Like, he got cheated a little bit. You gotta agree.
So I do agree. He did get cheated. He was lucky enough to win the big one at our COVID Mania. He beat Goldberg. He got the title. He was a world champion.
Yeah,
Let's not take that away from him. Now, is it the run that he probably would have wanted to have under those circumstances that we had at that time? Probably not. But nobody can ever take that away.
yeah.
He was a champion. I forget if he was WWE or world champion at the time. But yeah, I think he won the Universal title from Bill
Okay.
Goldberg, and yeah, he did win a title, guys. He definitely did.
Yeah, but I mean, like, sustain though, man. Like, when you think of, like, even when Jeff said, when you think of larger than life character, dude, first and foremost, Braun Strowman was everything that Big Show wanted to be. You know
Jeffrey,
what
right
I'm
on point with
saying?
that one, by the way. Sorry to interrupt, but he's right on point
Oh,
with
dude,
the War Raiders.
hell yeah, dude. How?
Yeah,
Listen, I can't even do a backflip, and I'm in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that there is guys out here that are 300 pounds doing this is it, I respect old wrestling. I have been really big into going back, watching WrestleMania 1 till now, all that stuff, right? Hulk Hogan and them have nothing on these guys. Like,
Oh,
let's be real, bro. I get their legend characters and stuff, but bro, Hulk Hogan wishes he could do the shit that these guys are doing. You know what I'm saying, man? Like that, and that's what really irritates me about the whole botch during the women's fight this past Saturday, man. Because if you look at the talent level between all these guys and women, the talent level has just kept going up. And props to them. I mean, they're very entertaining. But it's something that I've complained to Earl. It's something I've complained to Mitch and everyone that I talk to. I want to see consistency and just all out finishing of a match. You can be as competitive as you want, but when you accidentally kick someone in the face and make their nose bleed because you botched a finisher, not only just a move, your finisher, you got to work on the all around visual now. The athleticism is there, the talent is there, but bro, you can't have that at this level. You know what I'm saying? And that is the difference between the people you're talking about, the life changing, larger than life characters, and just everyone else. Seth Rollins, John Cena, all them, you know, up here. Those other people, they're down here. And they could all be on the same level, but I just feel there are certain ones that just take more pride into making it look more realistic than what it actually is, if you know what I mean.
definitely, man. I think while we're on it, definitely while we're on it, I want to ask you. I want to ask
Yeah,
everybody that's tuning in and they're able to chime in on the chat. If we had to come up with a Mount Rushmore big men, of the big men pro wrestlers, right? Who would be on your Mount Rushmore?
that's four, right?
That's four. Yeah.
See, school paid off. Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker. I'm sorry, man. Like, listen, I know that's old school, and I have not included anyone in this era. That includes Brock Lesnar, who I believe is the most boring individual ever because all he does is suplex, and Kamara locks, and that's not wrestling. I mean, you want to give John Cena shit for not being a wrestler over the last 20 years. Brock Lesnar is not a wrestler. Like, let's just be honest. He's very boring. But listen, Stone
That's a hot
Cold.
take, by the way. That is a hot take if I ever
That's
heard
not a
one.
hot take,
Brock
bro.
Lesnar is
Anyone who watches
boring.
wrestling knows he's boring as
Boring?
shit.
What? Get the heck out
Yes,
of here,
dude. Brock
man.
Lesnar is so boring, man. Come on. Mitch, listen. Mitch might not tell you live, but he tells me over the phone all the time. Like, no lie, man. I will tell you right now. I heard somebody say about matching John Cena and Cody Rhodes back up. And Cody Rhodes dethroning John. I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. I love Cody Rhodes, but he started to become a little lackluster to me. You can only be the nice guy so long. You can only do so many things so long before I'm like, all right, man. Like, I like my champion to have a little grit to him. You know what I mean? And yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, man. Brock's just suplexes and Kamara locks. That's all he is. Now, younger Brock was not that way. We're talking past after UFC. That's all he fucking was. He was very, very boring. That's all he was. Um, but no, man. I forget where I was even going now. But yeah, go ahead. I lost it.
No, it's all good. For me, going back to the question I asked you about your Mount Rushmore of big
Oh,
men.
Yeah.
Mine in terms of big men would be Vader, Kevin Owens. Um, Recency biased on this one, but Bronson Reed, and that's mostly just because I love the way he got over on Seth Rollins last summer, where he served him 6 tsunamis in the matter of minutes, and everybody just started cheering him. Like suddenly, something organically happened right there, live on TV, where everyone was cheering him, saying one more time," and that was great. That was great seeing him serve up Seth Rollins all those tsunamis. So
Did you
Vader,
just say fucking Vader?
Vader. Oh
Hold
yeah,
on,
Vader.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold up, hold up, hold up. The only reason that I'm smiling and laughing is one, I respect the fuck out of that because I actually really enjoyed Vader when I was young. But as I've gotten older, I've come to realize there's a lot of people who did not like him. Like he was a very he's actually considered one of the biggest fails in WWE. I'm actually surprised you said that. Uh, the other one was and I had it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. The guy from Japan back in the day, early 90s, 300, 400, 500 pound dude. What's his face?
Yoko. You don't mean
Huh?
Yokozuna? Do you mean Yokozuna?
Yokozuna. Dude,
Okay.
in a way, I kind of have to put him as like my fifth kind of option for four. Because, dude, Yokozuna was dope. That was actually the first wrestler I ever feared, dude. In
Oh
all
yeah.
honesty, I swear to God, dude. There's just something about a big ass man like that crushing your sternum.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Yokozuna was dope back in the day. But I put Stone Cold on there because, in all honesty, man, I think Stone Cold is the best to ever do it. Truly, like the best over The Rock, over everyone. He is Stone Cold was different, man. And you cannot erase all the legacy memories with him and Vince.
Yeah.
Him and Vince had some of the most iconic memories you'll never ever be able to erase.
Yeah.
Um, I really wanted to throw Mankind on there, dude. I respect the hell out of Mankind. In fact, it's funny. I just rewatched his first Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker when he gets thrown off. The fact that man even just thought of that in a split second, and Undertaker did it and didn't even think that, oh my god, I just fucking killed this man. Like it just, and then he gets off the gurney, comes back in, gets fucking choke slammed through the top, which shouldn't have even happened, and they were also I don't know how the hell Mankind's even living, dude. Like that right there solidified him an iconic legacy forever. But it's just really hard, man. Between Undertaker has to be over him. He just has to be. You know what I mean?
Jeffrey, like I could say the same thing about Brock Lesnar, man. Like if there's one thing I remember about Brock Lesnar, he never liked getting anything to the face, whether it be
Yeah.
like a stiff punch. He didn't even like getting smacked in the face. There's this clip that WWE constantly plays of John Cena just nonchalantly walking up to Brock Lesnar, smacking him in the face, and then that pisses Lesnar off. He takes him down and he gives him a freaking forearm or elbow to the face, and that busted Cena open. So Vader and Lesnar definitely one and the same when it comes to that. As far as my final Mount Rushmore of big men, uh, it's gonna have to be Mark Henry. And I say Mark Henry because I know some people would say, how do you not say Undertaker? How do you not
Okay.
say Andre the Giant? Why do you say Mark Henry? Bro, the amount of this guy could do. Like, forget the fact that uh, uh, uh he's an
Bodybuilder.
Olympic athlete, a bodybuilder, right? The guy super entertaining. The whole May Young thing, the whole sexual chocolate thing,
Bro,
that
no, stop,
that was don't you
stop.
can't say that's not
That is
entertaining.
that is too much, dog. No, bro. I remember watching that shit live, and what was it? She came out in lingerie, right? that in that one episode of Raw, she came out in lingerie with him sitting there. And bro, that never listen, props to Vince. Okay, I have to give it to him because the man pushed the script so many times. But bro, that was too much, bro. May Young, no. Yeah, Hall of Pain era was great, man. Attitude era was fantastic. Um, but no, dude, May Young never, no. Like, bro, first and foremost, props to them. Like, dude, they're 80 years old getting suplexed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you aren't afraid of breaking them. I would be.
Dude, she was up for it. She was like she carried herself. I would imagine she carried herself backstage like she was one of the boys, and she was like, "Yeah, go ahead, put me through a table. I don't care. I can take it."
Legendary, man. Legendary.
Yeah, man.
Some of the greatest times in wrestling right there, man. I mean, the other one that doesn't get enough credit is D'Lo Brown, man. D'Lo Brown was fantastic. I know you remember him, man. He
One
he
hundred percent.
was he was very athletic. He was one of the very first dudes I've ever watched that was a true big man high diver. You know, off the top turnbuckle. He was awesome. And when him and Godfather hooked up, man, that was cool. That was really cool.
Oh yeah. Even like I see. So you remember where part of his gimmick was, where he gets on the top rope and then he does the whole head bob.
Yeah,
That right.
yeah.
So now you got Io Sky, and I'm not sure if you noticed, but she does this thing very similarly to D'Lo Brown, where she points at her and she does the head bob thing like this.
Yeah,
And every
yeah,
time I see that, I think of D'Lo Brown, and I just
I
wonder,
do.
like, I wonder if she, I wonder if she got in touch with D'Lo Brown to be like, hey, is it okay if I do this because it's kind of similar but kind of not, you know? So I
Yeah,
know that wrestlers have that respect with one another to ask for permission for certain things. So, but yeah, every time I see Io Sky doing that, I automatically think to D'Lo Brown every single
yeah.
time.
Dude, there's just so many good ones, man. So many good ones. You know, now granted, I can't really say that for the women back then. You know, Sable was more of definitely a sex symbol than she was a wrestler. Same with pretty much every woman in that era. You know, wrestlers didn't really get good until Lita and Trish Stratus for me. You know,
Yeah.
that's when the top got blown off. When Lita started doing her shit and Trish started doing hers. Then you had obviously Beth Phoenix. You had oh shit, who am I forgetting here? Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love I love I love that you came up with that
that's
combination,
awesome.
Jeffrey. That's so cool.
But yeah, man, no, that's when woman wrestling started really hitting its stride for me. You know, I'll never forget the first day I seen Lita, bro. Not only did I fall in love, but I was like, damn, she's really good at wrestling. You know what I mean?
So here's the funny thing about the Attitude Era when it came to the women's wrestling. So we're the same age, right? We're in our
Mhm.
30s, approaching our 40s, probably, right? So back in the day, this Attitude Era, when it came to the women, you use the word sex symbol 100%. That's the way that they were used, right? That was
Yes.
that was acceptable at the time. Obviously, it's not the way things would be run right now, but tell me this didn't happen to you. You're in your room or you're in your living room, you're watching Monday Night Raw, and when it's just you there, it's all out action, the boys, the guys wrestling, chair shots after chair shot. And then the one time your mom or dad walk by happens to be during a
Bra and
lingerie
panties
pillow
match.
fight, bra and panties, and they come to you and they're like, what the heck are you watching? What
Right?
is
Yeah, no.
this? Turn this off. You're too young for this. I'm like, Dad, Mom, I promise you, this is not how it always is. You
Right.
just happen to
Yeah.
walk in at this one particular time. I promise. It's not like this at all.
Yeah. No, I did, man. like I said, props to Vince, dude. He did not hold back. I mean, hell, I think the furthest I ever watched that man go was whenever he tried to have Edge and Lita fucking have sex on the ring in the bed. Remember, like that's the furthest I've ever seen the man go, and I can't even believe he did that. I mean, that's it's outrageous where he went, dude. The storylines back then were they don't even compare, dude. You know what I mean? Like they were crazy, truly crazy.
Jeffrey, consider yourself lucky, man, because I had the worst luck possible, dude. I worst luck possible with that kind of stuff. So props to you. I tip my hat to you if I had one for never getting in trouble at the wrong time for that for that kind of stuff.
You know the other one I got in trouble for too, and man, I've been banging on the table for them to bring it back, and I know they brought it back recently, but I don't think it's going anymore. I always got in trouble because my parents would walk in at the wrong time during Celebrity Deathmatch. Remember those?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
They would always walk in when somebody's head got cut off and blood spewed everywhere or something. It's like, yeah, but it's what happens before that, man. Like you're just seeing the end. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it was
Oh
cool.
yeah. So this show is called Hot Takes, right? So I apologize if I've spoken to you about this hot take already,
Oh,
but
it's cool.
but my hot take that I've had lately is WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of pro wrestling, right? So what do they have at Super Bowls that people always tune into, right? Even if you don't watch football at all, it's a halftime show. So
Yeah, no, I heard you talking about this. Yeah, yeah.
so if WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of pro wrestling, what if WrestleMania had a halftime show?
I'm all for it, man. Listen, we've obviously watched a shit ton of wrestling in our days. I mean, probably 30 years. Okay, I've seen Kid Rock perform at WrestleMania. I've seen um, Lincoln Park. I've seen. I think Uncle Cracker was there one time. Like, dude, there's so many people that have been
That's
there.
right. That's
You
right,
know,
Jeff.
I don't care. It would make it cool. You know. So what? It takes 5 minutes. You know. It is what it is. It's a little bit of entertainment whenever things get a little boring. Because
Yeah.
even though it's WrestleMania, man, there are some matches that are boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is what it is. I mean, hell, you have uh, what is it, Travis Scott? Or no? Who's the guy that hangs out with Rock all the time? Uh,
Travis Scott.
yeah, you
You're
got
right.
Travis Scott there all the fucking time, man. So I mean, why not? You know,
I remember
it's cool.
WrestleMania 19 and we're having Limp Bizkit playing
Yes.
Rollin' or
Yep.
playing Crack Addict, man.
Yep.
Like holy moly. Like that was if I needed to give somebody a template of what I want a halftime show at Mania to look like, look no further than that Limp Bizkit performance that they did at WrestleMania 19. That was by far
Yeah.
so awesome, so
Yeah.
awesome. And then what other? And then for Rhea Ripley, we've got Motionless in Silence or Motionless in White. I
Mhm.
correct me if I get that name wrong, but the group that does her entrance theme and they performed at a WrestleMania. Loved it. That's so freaking awesome. And then they got Living Color
Yeah.
for CM Punk. Absolutely fucking love that. I
Yeah.
love it.
No, man, they used to do it, and man, I was watching like some of the old school ones too. Man, whatever happened to the little mini ring they used to bring people out in?
Oh
Remember
my
when they
gosh.
had the like,
Yeah.
dude, like be a little bit more creative. I love the backdrops that they do. They change it up every year. I get it. It's a longer stage because it's a bigger event, but
Thanks,
hey,
Jeffrey.
man, but like bring some old school shit back too. You know, like that was kind of cool. They would hop in, they'd bring them down, and then they'd hop out, go up to the rink, and then when they were done, they hop in and they take them back. It was kind of cool. You know,
Oh God, how do I forget this one? He the
Motorhead, yeah, for Triple H.
hell
Yep.
fucking yes, man.
Yeah. No, man,
Oh,
it's always been there. You know what I mean? So it's no biggie. It's not going to change anything. You know what I mean? Like it's all good. That only makes it better, right?
dude, I think I lean on the side where I believe it could work.
Yeah, of
It could
course.
definitely work. You know, do you need a 20-minute show like Super Bowl does for their halftime? Absolutely not. You do not need a 20-minute show.
No, five
Absolutely not.
minutes, man. 5 minutes. You
5
got 5
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
And if it's not a halftime show in the traditional sense, then fuck it. Then how about every single year you invite back a rock group that performs the theme songs for these
Yep.
superstars, and instead of a traditional halftime show, each time there's an entrance, consider that part of one of many acts for a band performing at WrestleMania. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm just spitballing right here,
No,
but
that's
that
what
could
they
totally
used to
work.
do.
Yeah.
So no, man, it's good. And here's my hot take for you. All right, and I'll leave you with this because now this is outrageous, and I'll be the first to tell you, but this is how much I feel strongly about it. If Dominic Mysterio was not a Mysterio, he wouldn't even be with the WWE anymore.
Mm. Hmm. That's a
Because
hot take.
I listen, man. I told Mitch this like a week or so ago, and I told him I said I strongly feel like listen, man. One, he's the most boring wrestler there is. I hate watching his matches. Two, every move you do, I've seen for 20 years. There's nothing new to you. There's no originality. There's no nothing. You know, you stole a frog splash that everyone wants to give credit to Eddie Guerrero, and that's fine. But let's not forget RVD originated that shit, and
Oof.
RVD comes before Eddie Guerrero. So let's not mistake that. So you not only stole from RVD, you stole from Eddie, and you stole from your dad. It's the same shit I've always fucking seen. I want new. That's why I like Seth. That's why I like Braun. You know, that's why I like all these guys because they bring new shit to the table. And I'm telling you right now, if your name did not say Mysterio, you would not be here.
Well, to to continue your point right there, you mentioned RVD. Here's my hot take when it comes to the frog splash. The all-time best version of a frog splash that I've seen is RVD's. RVD's
Oh
frog
hell yeah,
splash
dude! He
is
was the
the
best. He was the
best one
best.
out of all
He's
of
the
them.
best, and that's what I'm saying. Like I listen. I get it. Eddie died, and you want to give him that credit, but dude, RVD was the first frog splash. Like ever, I don't know how you don't forget it. I don't know how you do. He RVD is the frog splash. It's just that simple, man.
Now, let's run it back and talk about all the people that have done frog splashes, right?
Yeah.
We've got RVD, right? We've
Yep.
got Eddie Guerrero.
Hmm.
We've got Rey Mysterio. He does a frog splash. Um, D'Lo Brown did a frog splash, right?
Yeah.
And probably one of the most unique ones that I've ever seen, still to this day, just from the whole how he splits his legs open, his hands go underneath, and then he extends his body, you
Yes.
know, right
It's the
there.
perfect frog splash, man. It really is. I don't know. All I'm saying is that everything he does, he rips off from people in his past. And I understand you want to use the three amigos. Who wouldn't want to? But dog, that's not your move. I don't give a crap if Eddie is your uncle or blah 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 or whatever. Like, dude, just come up with your own shit. You know, there's a reason I liked Eddie because Eddie did his shit, his own shit, and he made it good. There's a reason I liked Rey Mysterio because he did his own shit and he made it good. I don't like you, Dom, because you can do Eddie's and Ray's stuff. I want to like you because you do Dom's stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just He's very boring.
So the part of that where I disagree as far as Dominic Mysterio goes is that, tell me, when was the last time you saw Rey Mysterio turn heel?
Well, dude, Ray's old. Like, what,
he he
listen,
never
listen.
he never did. He never did.
Let me ask
And
you this. Let me ask you this. Are we not, as WWE fans, able to sit here and say, when the WWE makes you a gimmick, you've already lost? Dominic Mysterio is a gimmick. Whether he holds that Intercontinental title or not, he's a freaking gimmick. The only reason that he holds that title is, one, because he's part of Judgment Day, and two, because I believe somewhere, deep down inside, they feel sorry for him because he hasn't accomplished anything. Dude, you are the son of Rey Mysterio. Why do you look like a fucking toothpick? Do you ever lift weights? Do you ever show me that you actually care about what you do? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to him that sells me that he is Rey Mysterio's son, that he should be where he is. He doesn't he almost seems like he's privileged, like he just deserves to be there because of who his dad is. You know what I'm
but
saying?
I think, but everything you're saying is I think what they're presenting to you as to why you should hate him. You know, privilege, steals the moves, right? He's in there because of his name, right? Like everything you just said is what they want you to hate.
Yeah, but if they were going to
Why
make
he's
him a
the
good
heel.
guy, they would have done it already. He's been a heel for like what, 3, 4 years?
Dude,
If you're going to, huh?
he started off as a babyface tag teaming with his dad. He was tag champions with his dad until he turned heel on his dad.
I
I'm
know.
just saying, Rey Mysterio to us is great. He's that superstar that, although small, he fights big. Dominic Mysterio knew he can't step out of his dad's shadow if he's trying to be a babyface, right? So he did what I think he should have done, and that's create his own path, turn heel, and do the exact opposite of everything that his dad would have done, but while keeping the stuff that made his dad great. Why? Because we would hate him for it, because those are Ray's moves, not Dominic's moves.
And I understand your point to that. But my whole thing is looking at it outside of the wrestling part. Okay, you can wrestle, but it's the pride part, dude. What, you have everything that anybody in the world would want. You have a legendary father. You were literally raised around this shit. Take pride in your craft, dude. Like, there is no reason that he should have to rip off anyone's moves. There's no reason that this kid can't develop muscle and show that he actually lifts weights every week, and that he cares about what he does. Like, it's not even really him as the character. It's him as the person. Like, dude, he shows no gratitude for being there because he just doesn't develop. There's no development. You are Rey Mysterio's son. At least act like you fucking care. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's almost like, because you're a Mysterio, you're not trying as hard as other people. We would give Seth Rollins the same shit if he would half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? This kid is half-assing it and getting by because he's just a fucking Mysterio. That's all I'm saying. It has nothing to do with his athleticism or his wrestling talent. It is literally, you are taking advantage of me as a viewer because you're taking something for granted that I love. Because he's not improving. He's not doing anything. And anyone else who isn't a Mysterio would fucking be gone by now. You know that.
Dude, and I think Jeffrey right here is adding more points to your argument, because not only is he taking from Ray, he's also taking from Eddie too, man.
Yeah.
He's taking from Eddie. You see his
Yeah.
shirts, how it says Latino Heat on there. That was an
Yeah.
Eddie thing, not a Dom thing.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Nothing is
mullet
his, dude. Nothing is
is an
his.
Eddie, not a Dominic thing, right? But he's making it his thing. I think eventually this version of Dom is going to run its course until finally he needs to shed his skin, and then say he goes away for a little while and he comes back as what you're describing, right? A little bit more jacked with a different move set, something completely different than what he is now.
Yes, but here's the thing, man, and this is what's going to be the challenging part, and this is something that I stress about a lot, and I don't know if you'll agree or not, but even though we all know that WWE is fantasy, we all know that it's reality, but it is fantasy. It's our little playground. I like some realism to this. Okay. When somebody goes out there and acts like they hurt their leg, and 2 minutes later, after they win, they walk up the ramp with no limp, that to me sucks, because I want you to show an injury even until you're backstage. Like, don't just show me, oh, it was just that gimmick, like for
Yeah,
just that
sell it.
second.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There is no one that you can put Dom against that can sell me. Bro, Seth Rollins in real life will fuck him up every time.
Oh, yeah.
Braun Breaker will fuck him up every time. There is no one you can put Dom against that can really, truly, realistically make me feel that he is a world champion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to change him. You got to change him completely, because you have to make me believe exactly what I'm saying. The same reason Cody Rhodes had to change 4 fucking times before he actually got it, because they had to make everyone believe that he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Dom's got way further to go than what Cody has ever had. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you have to make me believe it. And right now, there's no way he can beat Seth. There's no way he can beat Braun. There's no way he can beat any of these guys. Not McIntyre, not... Dude, he can't even beat Pat McAfee. Fuck him.
He
Like,
can't. He can't. Everyone you mentioned, he can't beat clean, right?
no,
He needs outside
exactly.
help. He needs
Yes.
to cheat 100%. From a personality standpoint, if he he's living up this Latino heat thing.
Yes.
I got a hot take for you right here. I think he's actually living up to the Latino heat gimmick better than Eddie did. And I say that because of Jeffrey's comment right here.
Yeah, no, the women. Yeah,
The
yeah. No,
women,
I
man.
get that. I get that. I get that. But
Rhea,
but
Liv,
but Eddie had
Roxanne.
swag. Eddie actually had fucking swag. You know what I mean? Like, no lie. Okay, first and foremost, I hate to be really rude about this kid, because, listen, I know it's all a gimmick, but let's be real, guys. Is there ever in any reality, okay, unlimited realities, where a woman like Liv Morgan is with a guy like Dominic Mysterio? No. Fuck no. There's no way in hell that relationship ever fucking happens. You know it. I know it. Bro, there's no fucking way. No way. You're laughing because you know it's not true, bro. There's no fucking way. Dominic Mysterio is the furthest away from Liv Morgan's real life type than I guarantee you none of us even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about selling. You know
So
what I'm saying?
so so when they're selling to you that Liv Morgan is into Dominic, that's not believable for you. Is what
Is
you're
it
saying.
believable for you?
It's a TV show, man. Like that's what they're.
No, be real. Take the cap off. Is it real for you? And in all honesty, out of everything we've been through in life, is there a fucking scenario where that happens, man? She might as well just go for me then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real, dog. Like, let's be real here, bro. It's not gonna happen. You have the likes of Randy Orton back there. Yes, he's a married man. I'm just naming people, though. You have Seth Rollins back there. You got fucking... Dude, are you serious right now? That's the one. That's the one you choose. Exact. Thank you. Jeff is with me. He gets me.
I'm
Bro,
gonna
there's
say what
no
he's saying
fucking way.
in a Vince McMahon voice. Not a chance in hell.
Exactly. And dude, he's more of the no lie. He's more of the Roxanne. He's the Roxanne guy. He's no Liv Morgan. I'm sorry, bro. You can't sell that to me no matter how deep you go. I mean, unless he's got like a 20-foot wang in them pants somewhere that we don't know about. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, there's no fucking way, dude. No way. I'm sorry.
So just to go even further into your point, this thing that they got with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, how this is not believable whatsoever. This is as non-believable as it was where Vince McMahon had Hornswoggle to be his biological son.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Exactly. No, that
Exactly. Yeah.
shit was fucking funny, by the way. I mean, yo, didn't he do the same thing with fucking Eugene?
Yeah, where Eugene was Eric Bischoff's nephew.
Yeah, yo, first and foremost, dude, never go full blown retard. Listen, what movie was that from? Oh shit, I just
Tropic
watched it
Thunder.
too. Thank you. Yes. Robert Downey Jr. Never go full blown retard. Dude, listen. I'm telling you, man. Oh my god. Dude, that has got to be the best gimmick in WWE history, man. Him or who was the one-legged kid?
Zach Allen.
By the way, not fucking bad for a one-legged dude. No,
Dude, he
I
was
will
just on
admit.
AEW like 2 weeks ago. He's still wrestling to
Yeah.
this day.
No, that's awesome, man. Is he thicker now?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
Yeah,
because he was a toothpick back in the day, and you know what I mean. He was a
he
very
he wrestled Ricochet on Dynamite 2 weeks ago.
that's cool. You
Yeah,
know, bro. First and foremost, what the fuck happened to AJ Styles and Randy Orton while I was gone? Like, holy fucking shit, Randy. Are you turning into The Rock all of a sudden? Like, dude, talk about fucking mass, dude.
oh yeah.
Randy is a huge human being. Bro, I thought he was perfect whenever he was like in evolution. No lie, no homo here, okay? I swear to
No,
God.
no, no, no.
I swear, man, I wish I could have Randy's body. I think when you look at a human being, Randy Orton has the most perfectly proportioned body from head to toe I've ever seen in my life when he was younger. You know what I mean? He wasn't too big, he wasn't too small, from his legs all the way up to his neck, bro. He was just perfect, you know? And he knew it too. Fucking all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he
Yeah.
knew it. Um, Holy fuck. How did he get so big, dude? I don't even know, bro. He can't even fit into his spandex anymore. He's so big.
Nah, man, that guy. While he was out with his injury, dude just started eating,
Wow.
man, just eating up all those meals.
I'm sorry, but that's not real. Having him lose to John Cena, I'm sorry, he would have fucked him up in real life, dude. The size, like first and foremost, John, get rid of your titties. All right, lift some weights, get your shit back because you're slagging a little bit. You're
He's lost
slacking.
some mass, actually,
No,
right?
he has, bro,
Yeah.
and you can tell. Like, lift some weights. Your chest is a little slappy there, so just get it lifted back up. But uh, Randy would have fucked him up in real life, bro. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, Randy. I think he looks better now than he's ever looked, ever, 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 ever. Can you agree?
Yes, I can.
And then
And
AJ.
and then
AJ's my
Jeffrey
other
agrees
one,
too,
dude.
man. Look at Jeffrey's comment.
Yeah, yeah. No, Randy is wow. No, that is true wrestling blood, dude. He's a sixth generation, right?
Third.
Third. Yeah. No, that even still, there's going to be more Ortons. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely going to be more. But AJ too, dude. Holy shit! Like I'm even actually amazed that he can do the shooting star press as big as he is. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually was one of the very first people who got to witness AJ Styles before he was AJ Styles. Like his name was still AJ, but he wasn't big like this. He was still doing house
Right.
shows. He came to my high school for a house show one time, and I got to see him.
Wow.
Yeah, this was before all the bullshit. I even have a paper with my picture in it at the show, you know. And he was, how can I put it? Um, he wasn't small. He was muscular, but he was like 165, 170, 180 maybe, you know, and he was doing all that stuff. Dude, he's got to be put, what is he, 250? Like, dude is massive, bro. I've never in my life, I didn't even know AJ could get that big.
Jeffrey, these guys probably were working out together
Right? No, I'm
while they
serious.
were out, man. Like,
They
how do
look
they
the
both?
same, dude. They
Yeah,
look
how
the
do these
same.
guys both come back nearly at the same time, and they both come back bigger than what they were before? It's
I'm
insane.
impressed, dude. Very impressed. It's almost like when Triple H came back from his leg injury. Remember when he came back and he was just jacked from the ground up? Like he had chicken legs, but he was jacked from the ground up.
Right.
Yeah, no, dude. They have whoo. Yeah, no, Randy's on a different level right now, man. And in all honesty, here's my other hot take to leave you for the night because I know we're over an hour.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's going to break John Cena's 17. He deserves it, and I want him to. Randy Orton deserves to be the greatest of all time. In true
Man.
honesty, I honestly feel that way.
Dude, I feel that we can go a whole hour just talking about who is worthy enough to take John Cena's championship off of him.
I don't know
And
who else it would be. The only person to get 18 that I think is worthy is Randy. There's no one right now even close. Not even close to the 16 to begin with. You know, like
yeah,
the only person that should dethrone him is Randy, and I hope they do it because he deserves it, man.
well, we're gonna leave it at that for tonight, guys. I think we should probably start off with all the guys that we think that we should name drop that could take not the 17th title win streak from him, but what I mean is who's the next person before John Cena's appearances are up will be the one to dethrone him as champion. So let's circle back to that next week here on Hot Takes and Headlocks. I am one of your two hosts. I'm at Spanish85, aka Joe.
And I am your other host, AK, NFL Reality Check. Appreciate you, man. Like I said, pretty rough start there, but you know we got through it and came out the other side. Had some great talks, and appreciate you, Jeff, for hanging around and you know communicating. It's been fun, and yeah, man, look forward to this next Thursday, and yeah, can't wait for the next conversation. So appreciate you guys for coming in and tuning in on Thursday night here, and yeah, hope you
Thank you
guys
for being here, man. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being our new full-time host for Hot Takes and Headlocks. It's been a little crazy navigating the waters, trying to find someone new to take over. But I think we showed that we got what it takes to continue this on. We got some great energy here going. Jeffrey,
yeah,
thank you so much for keeping the chat lit up today. I appreciate the feedback. He's saying this was great, fellas.
appreciate you, man.
Everybody, like and subscribe. Hardcore Sports Network. All right, we got another one coming next week. And have a good night. Thank you.
Same place, 9 o'clock. Peace out, guys.